Game number 5 in this best of 5 series, ladies and gentlemen. It's on the map Gold Rush. A very exciting map. We'll talk about that in the game. But Tigerboss managing to win with his Hades there in that last game on Secluded Expanse. An incredibly well played game. Barely getting that dub. We'll get this game going on, and we'll see how things are going to end up here. As we get launch in here, sporting in the left side of the map in the blue color, playing as Thor. His name is Shadowfaxx. His opponent today in the red color, playing as Zeus. His name is Tigerboss. Yes, the map is Gold Rush. An incredibly exciting, fun map. I love this map. I think this is probably one of the most interesting land maps that's out there right now. Very different to all of the other kind of land maps in the game. And what makes it interesting is that all the food, all the gold, all the wood is in a very specific location. So if you want to raid wood, you know where to raid. If you want to raid food, you know where to raid. If you want to raid gold, you know where to raid. So it's a really interesting way in that. And not only that, it's a really small map because the wood on the outside constricts everyone. So if we take a look here, the map is incredibly close to your opponent, so it makes rushing really strong. However, to circumvent that, there's 2 medium gold mines in this space as well. Oh, look at this beautiful start from Shadowfaxx. This is what you like to see. This is what you like to see. Whenever Norse get an aggressive animal hunting, there are 2 options. 1, drag it over to the gold mine. 2, drag it over to the main base. And Shadowfaxx does something beautiful. He saves the gold mine. This opening here for Shadowfaxx is going to be exactly the same as if he used a dwarven gold mine. And I love it. He gets his ox cart out as well. Going to be living the dream here. And we'll see how the game's going to go in this one. As the other thing here is like, okay, so Tigerboss here adds Zeus against Thor. He's got 2 options. So one is Athena Rush. Actually, he's got 3 options. 3 options. 1, 2, 4 options. 4, but this is kind of like it's like this. It's like this. 3.5 options. So option number 1, which is my favorite option against Norse, is the Athena Rush. Even with 2 gold mines in the back, the Athena Rush, push off food, make sure your opponent isn't hunting, control the map, and go for a lightning storm kind of strategy, like a semi-fast mythic or like a full population mythic age into Hera. Get yourself Bellerophon, lightning storm, Medusa. Enjoy that position there. Option number 2 is Centaur Hoplite. Incredibly strong. Haven't seen it in a while, but it is a very strong strategy. Option number 3 on this map might sound a little bit strange, but a fast second town center isn't so crazy. Why? Because there is food on both of your town centers that you can drag in under it, and you can make that work as well. And finally, option number 4, which I think is the most interesting, is this is a really high hunt map, and you're playing as Zeus, which means Minotaur. You can go for like a Toxotes Minotaur strategy. And look to pressure the gold mine in the main base at around 8 to 10 minutes. So you don't actually push out, don't put any pressure on. You just get your Minotaurs. You play slow. You can put pressure on early, but then you just retreat back home, get the Minotaurs out, and enjoy the game where that's concerned. We do see 2 villages on favor. Could it be? I was joking. I didn't think it would happen. But Athena is coming in. 2 villages on the favor. Is he going for Minotaur? No. Well, he will get 1 extra Minotaur. So he gets the favor in, and then he's going to be able to afford a Minotaur and an Odysseus and have a second Odysseus worth of favor here. It's a tournament. You can't expect people to do crazy strategies in a tournament. You can't. You just can't. I was about to say, Shadowfaxx nearly every single time goes through Forseti in this matchup, but he is going for Freya here. which is crazy. He normally goes 4-steady. The reason you go 4-steady here is to have a really, really strong counter against Centaur hoplites. But he's gone straight in with Freya here. There's the classical age there for Tigerboss. He's gone through Athena. He's going to throw down some military buildings. There's the military barracks. There's the archery range. Not just yet. He doesn't have the wood for it just yet. Maybe he does. I don't know. Has he got the Minotaur? Yes, he's building the Minotaur here. So military academy going to be coming through. We've got the longhouses coming down in the main base. Shadowfaxx is going to have tons of gold here. He's got, I feel like he should be mining this gold over here first instead of this one. Just on the fact that this gold mine feels a little bit safer than the other one. But there is a tower right on top of this gold mine. So maybe it makes just that little bit more sense here to be over on this one for the time being. I actually don't know. It just doesn't matter all that much. As the Valkyrie going to be coming in onto this position, it's going to be immediately bolted. You can guarantee that. I do like this play from Tigerboss. He went for a 430 advance and he gets a Minotaur. I think this is exactly what you should be doing if you go for the 430 advance. The extra Minotaur is really, really big. He's going to be putting pressure immediately over onto this tower over here. I think that if he did some scouting and he found this location, he'd be having a much better time there. As we do see the bolt coming down, Valkyrie does get picked off. But using your bolt on this Valkyrie, it does come with its own price. The fact of the matter is you don't get access to bolt on a frost giant, which could be very, very big. As you do see the units immediately coming through over here for Shadowfaxx. His towers did end up getting around this location, but he loses the sentry tower. Nonetheless, not able to get over there and defend it just yet, as the Minotaur retreating back over here. The villagers going all onto wood at this point, as it seems like raiding cavalry for the moment, but Shadowfaxx is going to be wanting to get out some throw an axeman moving forward here as the unit's pushing through. Tigerboss might want to take his time with this push through here onto this location. He's got a little bit of, he is in front on population at the moment though, but he does have a little bit of catching up to do to kind of be very happy about his position. As we do see the raiding cavalry coming through onto this location over here. Tigerboss just has to turn around and shank this. Shouldn't be too much of a problem. I like that wall there from Shadowfaxx though. Be able to throw that one up and have some good times where that's concerned. As we do see the Toxote here getting sniped down. Nice play from Tigerboss. Sorry, from Shadow. Nice play from Shadowfaxx there, sniping the Toxote and then retreating away. Unfortunately, he is not Odin, so those raiding cavalry aren't going to get held back up. As we do see the villagers coming up onto this location, the Tigerboss does scout it out. A little bit too giveaway-ish here from Tigerboss, probably off onto the side here to not give that away. As we see some more units getting produced out here, Tigerboss just needs to leave these units here, and you just get yourself like a bunch of units there and live the dreams. We do see the raiding cavalry coming through onto this position. Will we see a forest fire here or not? You can't really, unfortunately on this map, you can't really imagine forest fire, as we do see the units retreating back. Good play by Tigerboss. Unfortunately, Shadowfaxx doesn't get the tricksy there on that one all too easily. I think that the best way to use forest fire on the wood line is while you're kind of fighting somewhere else. So if you send 2 raiding cavalry over onto this location to start attacking, and then 2 raiding cavalry over here to attack just a little bit afterwards, and then forest fire, that's going to be the best chance that you're going to be able to get villager kills. So we do see the raiding cavalry now moving through onto this location. The raiding cavalry are going to be retreating back, not able to do all too much just yet. Population still coming up here. One thing I would like to see from Tigerboss now, if you take a look at the amount of Hersir which Shadowfaxx has built, this is a real big weakness. Shadowfaxx is going for the heroic age though, so maybe this is a silly suggestion, but I feel like if Tigerboss throws back over onto the temple here and makes a ton of Minotaurs, he might have a decent answer to the Frost Giant that are going to come for him. And he's still held on to Restoration, which is a big, big deal, as Shadowfaxx is getting closer and closer to advancing to that next age. What do you spend resources on there? There's a couple of more dwarves. He's cut production completely. Look at the house placement. This is exactly the way to place houses around the town center. One farm length away from the town center. This one obviously a little bit too close, I think. But one farm length away from the town center keeps your houses incredibly, incredibly defensive here. As we do see medium infantry coming through here onto this location. There's more villagers coming in as an armory does get thrown down by Tigerboss, obviously thinking to get to the next age himself. One thing to note about dealing with the frost is that a really good counter to frost is actually Underworld. So getting to the heroic age for Underworld to counter frost is a great idea. The same thing for flaming weapons as well. As the unit's starting to push forward, we'll be seeing some houses getting taken down over here as the town center needs to refocus onto hoplites here because it's currently targeting down to 55% pierce armor Minotaur with a lot of HP. So those houses getting broken down. We do see the longhouse getting cleaned up there. Scardy has clicked up, and there could be a world here where Tigerboss all into this town center, and that's exactly what he's going to do. He's got himself about 30 seconds to kill this town center. He's got restoration as well. As the unit's going on to this location, this is very, very all in. You have to restoration this one. He knows in the back of his mind that frost is coming through. Restoration gets dropped down, but you have to focus the town center down now. The unit's returning back over here, 80% of the way through here onto this location. The town center getting torn down. If he didn't pull off of that location, it would 100% fall in here. 90% of the way through. The unit's going to be attempting to repair this one back up. The Herso dropped through onto this location. 97%, and he manages to get through here, ladies and gentlemen. Frost will calm down immediately. Town center stays alive at 200 HP. Just imagine if he didn't pull off the town center there. Oh no, Tigerboss. It was the right call, but it was the wrong execution. The hill fort coming down over here for Shadowfaxx now as the Frost Giants in the army here. 82 population for Shadowfaxx. The 96 population for Tigerboss coming through. Tigerboss has to basically full send here. He can't go to the next stage. Slap down some more military buildings and just go all in at this point. We see the villagers moving back over onto this hunt over here. He didn't send an ox cart over there just yet, as we see Dwarven Gold Mine has been thrown down as well for Shadowfaxx, but I think he threw it down in the classical age, maybe. I'm not 100% sure. As the Frost Giant is in the units targeting down this location over here. The town center getting slowly but surely repaired back up on this location there. The town center going to get taken down here potentially. Yes, it will go down, but at what cost? That's an entire army that has gone down here for Tigerboss, as the Frost Giant is going to get cleaned up over here. Well, not really getting cleaned up. We just see a nice little special there. The Minotaur does get frozen as the Frost Giant getting taken out by the Jason. The Jason needs to get targeted down here. So we do see some hoplites coming in onto this position over here. Shadowfaxx with a serious score lead at the moment. He's got himself the hill fort, which means he can make himself Huskal. He's got himself a ton of throwing axemen so he can rebuild this location over here. But the villagers getting cleaned up over on this location. Tigerboss has got a decent amount of villager lead here. So we'll see how he's going to go as more units coming through. The gold mine just about to expire here. This game is not over just yet, ladies and gentlemen. I feel like if Tigerboss can get 115 population out here, get his heroes through, get some more Minotaur in, he may simply be able to hold on here. But Shadowfaxx, so much favor in the bank here for Shadowfaxx. Why is he not spamming Frost Giants here? He's got plenty of gold here. You can build 4 Frost Giants very, very easily with all of that gold and that favor in the bank. So you see the units starting to move across the map. More units pushing forward. Going to be moving in, grabbing these boars over here as well. As now we see the hill forts starting to get taken down. The Minotaurs onto this location over here. Units pushing around over here as well as the hill fort going to get taken out. Units retreating back. We do have those Minotaur out. I do think the Minotaur, funnily enough, you might not think that they're a good idea against the Frost Giant, but they definitely are. It forces those Frost Giants to target them, and if there's more Minotaurs than Frost Giants, then the Minotaurs can get some good damage done onto the Myth units. I got 100% bonus damage against Myth units. I got 15 damage, 10 crush. It's very, very similar in all honesty to the damage that a Frost Giant does. Yes, they got less HP, but Now we see Shadowfaxx attempting to grab a town center over here. He does have himself the heavy upgrades, but he's still trying to just repopulate his army over here. The gold villagers on this gold mine over here. You attack the gold mine! This was the plan! Tigerboss in a bit of trouble here. He's on this gold mine now, as well as the units searching around to try and pick off more units over here as the army of Tigerboss searching himself for gold mines, but he knows that a gold mine got clicked. He knows that this has to be the gold mine that Shadowfaxx is on, but he's just ignoring it here. There's the army here, Tigerboss coming through onto this location. We see the Huskarl coming through to try and take out these Toxotes over here. Shadowfaxx pushing through here. He does surround the army beautifully as the Frost Giant coming in. The Minotaur does get taken out immediately here. We do not have Olympic parentage through for Odysseus and everything else. We do see that one low HP Frost Giant going to be coming through. Not going to go down here. The army is just too strong right now for Shadowfaxx in this game here. He's got those heavy throwing axes, those heavy Huskarl. They just completely counter the Hoplite Toxotes army. And in that moment, Tigerboss has to tap out. GG. Well played by Shadowfaxx, but you got to ask the question. What would have happened if Tigerboss just clicked on the town center, full sent there, took the town center out, prevented Shadowfaxx from getting to the heroic age? It would have been a completely different game. Shadowfaxx would have had to have continued with raiding cavalry, throwing axemen at the absolute best here. And Tigerboss could have got a gold star here easily. And this game could have gone, this series could have gone to game 5. But Shadowfaxx gets away with it here in this game. He gets the win. He wins in 4. If you guys enjoyed this series, please consider hitting the follow on the Twitch. If you're on the YouTube, hit that subscribe button, and I'll see you in the next game.